So, I saw a billboard featuring you. Tell me about
You
what
did
this
see a
billboard's all about.
billboard. The billboard is for Jacob, Shoes for the Stars. It's obviously advertising this fabulous store. I'm also wearing a Timmy Woods bag in the billboard. And it's fabulous. We can actually go take a look. It's right on Highland. We can go take a look and check it out if you want.
Definitely. When did you do the shoot and who did you do it with?
We did the shoot on, it was, let's see, I believe it was the end of November, beginning of December that the shoot was done. It happened really, really quickly. The shoot was done, and then about 2 days later, the picture was sent to Bulgaria and edited over there, and it was up within 2 weeks after the shoot. So it was really quick. It was a really quick turnaround.
And what's been going on with Zane Sex Chronicles? When did you start shooting that?
Zane Sex Chronicles actually just wrapped. My last 12th episode just aired last Friday. And so the season 1 is completely wrapped now. And I'm proud of my work. I've gotten some really good scenes out of it, made some amazing contacts, got the opportunity to work with Suzanne DePass and Zane. And Zane has an enormous following, especially in New York. So the premiere was in New York. And it was great. They flew all of us girls business class to New York and put us up in a nice hotel and gave us, very nice accommodations and really took care of us very well. So that was exciting. And it was a nice bonding time for all the girls to be together again. And so now we just don't know what's going to happen with season 2, and we shall see.
When did you shoot it?
Time only tells. It was shot, oh goodness, you want me to remember now?
It was the summer, right?
When was it shot? Let's see, the first episode aired in October, or was it September?
So you shot probably July, August?
Yeah, we shot pretty much the summer around
How long was it?
around
How long
June.
were you shooting for? A month?
No, it was a good 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah. It was a good 3 months by the time everything panned out. We had a little break in between, and it took about a good 3 months after everything was all said and done. And so that was a quick turnaround too. And considering the conditions, considering as a first season, I'm very proud of what Suzanne DePaz and Suzanne Costa and the producers were able to accomplish, considering all the demands and considering how tough the circumstances were at the time. So I think HBO is proud, and that's important.
When did it air?
It airs on Cinemax, which is owned by HBO. So they're trying to upgrade Cinemax to the next level, make it HBO level, take out the Skinemax title that people usually know Cinemax for. And so the goal, when I was first signed on to the project, the goal was that the second season was going to be aired on HBO. So we are waiting to find out exactly what will happen with second season, and we should find out pretty soon, this month.
And who is your character?
I play Ebony. Hannah Ebony Bendenhall. Ebony's like my nickname. And I'm fabulous, proud, sexy, sensual character, very free spirit, free of life, loving sex, loving to be nude. I own a spa called Steam. And I'm a very proud woman. Through the series, you see me take a lot of turns. I start out where it just looks like I'm all fun and games and I'm just nothing but a party, and I go through some really hard times in the series, and you see a lot of my emotions being hidden, and it looks like I'm constantly hiding something, and I'm always battling with coming out and telling people how I feel or keeping it inside. So it was nice to take a lot of character arcs. I had scenes where I was loving life and having sex and being wild and free, and then scenes where I was crazy depressed and crying for days. So it was intense while shooting. I had days where I'd get on set, be in 2 hours or so of hair and makeup and wardrobe, and then shoot one scene where I'm breaking up with my boyfriend, another scene where I'm making love to my boyfriend, another scene where I'm fighting with my father, another scene where I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. And those are all close-ups. And then after lunch, we'll go back and do the same scenes again, but do them in wide shots, master shots. So it was really intense. It was an emotional roller coaster ride as far as character arc and shooting goes, because in one day you're going through more emotions than I go through as Christina in a typical month. So in one day I'd be crying, I'd be happy, I'd be sad, I'd be feeling everything. And it was intense. It was really intense. But it was a great learning experience.
Now, you said she's a very proud character. What is she very proud of?
Proud of herself, proud of who she is, proud of what she's made herself into, considering her background. Ebony's parents, my parents are racist. She comes from a very racist Arkansas family where her parents wanted her to stay home and just have babies and get married and stay in the same little locale where all the family is. And I basically ran away from home and broke out and started my own business on my own. So yeah, there's a lot of pride and there's a lot of independence and freedom and feeling of, I got to prove myself. I think a lot of feelings of proving herself to her father were extremely exemplified in the series. There is a really great scene with Ebony and my father, and so there's lots of interesting twists that my character takes, which was really made it interesting to play.
I was watching one scene where there's this guy who's committed to chastity, and so he won't have sex with you.
Celibate, yes.
Celibacy. How often have you encountered that in real life?
In real life?
Like a guy that you tried to have sex with, but he said, "No, Christina, I'm committed to chastity and celibacy."
Well, I must say that has never happened. Yeah, so in the series it was fun. It really allowed for some fun physical comedy. And Jason, who played Frank in the series, is just an amazing actor, and it was so much fun to play off of him. And I think the hardest scene was breaking up with him. Episode 12, the episode that just aired, the last episode where I had to break up with him. He's just such an amazing guy, and he brings so much to that character. Actually, one of the hardest things on set was not falling in love with him. Don't tell him I said that.
Where did you feel similar to your character, and where did you feel most different? Where did you have to really stretch?
Yeah, I felt so similar to her in many ways. As far as freedom goes, as far as just loving yourself, loving your body, loving to be nude, loving to be free, very much of like that hippie energy. And I also, in my past, as I speak personally, I've been through a lot of the challenges and emotions and roller coaster rides that Ebony was experiencing during the series. So it's things that I've already overcome. I've already dealt with my parents. I've already dealt with my father, and my parents are racist. So I had a lot of similarities to pull from, and I felt very, very connected to the character. Actually, it's a funny story. I was actually originally offered the character Maricruz, which is the Hispanic role, and I just didn't feel like it was me. I didn't feel like it would be as believable for me to play that. I don't naturally have a Spanish accent. It just didn't feel organic enough. So I'm really happy with playing Ebony, and as soon as I was offered that role, it just felt like this is the right decision.
What would happen if you went back to your parents' house for Christmas and you brought with you your boyfriend who was a lawyer, graduate of Harvard, but he was black? But he's very well educated, very well spoken, very erudite,
right,
very accomplished, very affluent, and very black.
Been there, done that. Had that already happen. Unfortunately, my parents would not be okay with it.
What would happen with? I mean, they wouldn't ask him to leave, I assume. But
no, I mean, I would know as Christina, knowing that situations in the past that have happened to me, I would never do that, unfortunately.
You wouldn't throw it in their face?
No, I mean, even if I was to, it's just not worth it to throw it in their face. It's not worth the fight that's going to break out. It's not worth it for me to be screaming and yelling at them. It's not worth my spit. It's not worth my energy to be screaming and yelling at them, because they'll just never, unfortunately, they'll never see it. They come from extremely traditional, Sicilian, uptight, this is Southern Italy mentality, and it's just, I've tried to understand them, and I don't know if they've tried to understand me, but, after a certain point, you have to just accept what it is. I won't even take them to my spiritual center here in LA because they wouldn't really get it. And it's more important to me to keep it mine than to share it with them and have them make fun of it. I'm glad you're laughing.
It's hilarious. I mean, I'm not in it, so I can just enjoy it. It's like, I love this clash of cultures. Did your character hook up with any black guys in the show?
Unfortunately, she didn't. And I actually wrote an email to Zane, spoke to Zane about this, and I said, hey, listen, I said, I don't understand why she wouldn't. She finds black men attractive. There's a scene in episode 1 where, like, I'm hitting on a